Do you want to get into real estate development, but you don't know how to find deals, how to comp them, or where to start when it comes to looking? Well, this video is for you. In this episode 2 of Tessie Talks, I'm going to share with you guys a little bit about how I personally find deals and then what I do to underwrite them and make sure they're profitable before I even pursue them. So first, I want to talk about finding the deal, actually looking for a lot that makes sense. In the beginning of my real estate journey, I used to chase anything that I thought was an opportunity. If it was under contract and had a pulse, I was pursuing it. That is no longer the way that I go after deals. I more so now view things from an alignment and assignment view versus trying to chase every single opportunity. And you may ask, what do you mean by that? Well, on the spiritual side, I feel like I only do deals that I'm led to do now because they bring me more peace. But previously, I used to do all types of deals if I thought the numbers penciled. But what I came to find out was a lot of those deals gave me headaches and problems that I couldn't foresee. So I say all that to say, when it comes to looking for an opportunity, especially your first opportunity, I would hope that you feel some type of alignment in the deal, like some type of gut calling towards it, on top of the numbers making sense. Because if you feel like, hey, the numbers make sense, but something still feels off with the deal, chances are you probably shouldn't do the deal. And that could be your real estate intuition starting to build up very early on. So, when it comes to actually looking for opportunities, right? There's a few different channels that I focus on now, which is getting deals sent from me from other wholesalers, getting real estate agents to send me deals, and then I personally source for deals myself. And how do I do that? I use what's called the GIS system. If you never heard that, it's a tool that you have in your county that allows you to look at all the land parcels and verify who owns them, if they're in a floodplain, what the zoning is, the setbacks, all those different things. So to backtrack, again, if you watch my last video, you know this. Before I got into development, I paid a mentor to show me the ropes. I'm going to always recommend finding somebody in your space that you can pay to learn from to fast track what you're doing. You can YouTube university yourself to death trying to figure out all those steps and all the know-hows in land development, but I don't know how long that will take you, and I don't know how much of the information you're getting is truly accurate, and especially accurate for the market that you're in. But let's stay on track here. So when you're looking for lots on the GIS, you can kind of scroll around in different neighborhoods and opportunities and zip codes just by typing in an address that you want to be near. So I personally do that for the lots that I'm pursuing. So that's a great way to find vacant lots. And then it's up to you how you get in contact with the person and reach out to them. What stands out for me is I've always been, one of my strengths has always been connecting with people and identifying what their goal is or what their problem is. And being able to do that is a direct reflection of sales in itself. Sales is going in and solving a problem or providing a solution that they probably couldn't have done on their own. So that's how I feel more aligned to deals, when I know there's a true situation I can solve on the front end. That's when I'm dealing with a seller directly. Now, you may be a person that says, yo, I don't want to deal with sellers directly. I just want to find deals or have deals sent to me. Well, then you need to be letting people know what you're looking for. Not only agents and wholesalers, but I'm talking friends and family too. Because the more people that know what you're doing, the more chances or opportunities that can be sent to you. Because if nobody knows you're in real estate or pursuing development, they're not going to think about you when it comes to opportunity. But the more you beat into people's head that you're in real estate or you're starting development, your best friend may drive by a vacant lot and say, hey, I don't know if this means anything to you, but here's an address, and you can get people near your market or in the market you want to be in, sending you opportunities before you even get started. Now, verifying if it's an opportunity, again, is mastering the know-how, mastering does all this stuff check off. And there's really 4 variables that you need to know just to get started. Is my lot compliant? meaning do I know what the land is zoned and what can be built on it? Does my land have access, meaning can I get to my lot via the road? If I can't, or if it's landlocked, I don't have access to it. The third thing, does my lot have utilities? Do I have sewer and water in place? Or do I need to get septic and well in place? Those are things that you need to know. And then lastly, are there any comparables? You never want to be the first person to try to do a new construction in an area, because you're going to be the test dummy. And if it goes well, you'll be praised and you'll be successful and you'll have great money. If it goes wrong, you're gonna be stuck on a deal that you don't want to be sitting in. So my rule of thumb is don't be the first on the street. I mean, don't be the first in the area, but you could potentially be first in the street. So if there's new construction around the neighborhood or in the area, then that's a good sign. If there's no new construction within half a mile, probably wouldn't do it. So I keep my radius super tight, and especially in the market that we're in right now, I don't look too far. I don't look past 6 months for a comp. Really, the last 90 days is what I prefer to look at when it comes to new construction sales. So I'll look for homes that have built and sold with the product type that I would want to build near me within the last 90 days. And then I also go a step further. I'll give you guys this nugget. When you're comping land and comping houses, that's two different things. So when it comes to comping land, not all lots are the same. Your lot factor could be 10 to 15 grand more than the lot that you're looking at. Why? It may slope more. It may not have utilities. You may have to do things to get the land ready to build on. And outside of that, if you have two different zonings and you're comparing your lot to a different zoning, well, they may have two houses on one lot and you can only get one on yours. Or their lot is the same exact lot dimensions as your lot, but they're able to fit a different footprint because their zoning setbacks are different than your zoning setbacks. And that's why I say you have to have the know-how dialed in to really comp land. And I wouldn't recommend anybody just jumping in and trying to lock up a lot and buy it without knowing those things. But these are steps that you can start taking as you actively look at it. So again, I know I'm probably all over the place because I'm just freestyling, talking to you guys about the question. But source, wholesalers, agents, friends and family, and pursuing lots yourself looking at the GIS. Once you have an opportunity, you need to vet the opportunity to confirm those 4 factors. Once you have an idea of those 4 factors, then it's worth maybe locking the lot up or putting it under contract and pursuing further due diligence on it. And that's how I kind of look at every opportunity that comes across me right now. And I'm not in a phase where I'm trying to lock up every deal that's sent to me. And I honestly don't give much time of day to deals that are sent to me these days because I know off gate they're not in markets I want to do deals in, or the friction of it just doesn't feel aligned with me. So you got to kind of have some of those things checked off before you pursue it and know whether you're led to do it or not do it. When it comes to actually closing on a lot and knowing you're going to build on it, you need to have exit strategies in place. If you don't have those exits in place, you're not going to know whether, if it doesn't sell, what are you going to do? If you can't rent it, what are you going to do? And these are real deal situations that my business is even facing right now. I got properties sitting on the market that I didn't expect to sit for as long as they are, but that's the state of the market. So I'm telling you all these things not to overcomplicate the process, but to really do your homework when it comes to knowing what's going on in the area, what's going on in the market. Should you or should you not be in a market? Those are things you have to know. The strategy matters just as much as actually getting a deal and doing it. With that being said, I hope that answers the question that was asked to me about how to find those lots. Again, you're not going to get any real deal experience until you start taking reps and getting the action in under your belt. And then again, the biggest thing I can recommend any of you guys, if you want to be successful at a faster rate, just go to the person doing it and pay them. Whether they're in your market, whether they're not in your market, you need to find an expert in the business and pay them. I've spent well over 6 figures in my own personal development because I know each time I've paid, it's unlocked a new level of money and unlocked a new level of opportunity because I was able to see things I couldn't see in the past. So this is episode 2. You guys let me know in the comments what things you want to hear next or what topics you want me to cover, and I'll see you guys on the next video.